Hi everyone, Nicole Emery here, Senior Business Development Manager at Advantage. I hope you are all well. With the recent announcement that non-essential shops can start to reopen from the 15th of June, some of our members' minds are now moving towards what is required for them to reopen and should they do so. There's a lot to consider in terms of staffing, risk assessment, having the right protection in place, social distancing, and the list goes on. We have updated our members' site with some fantastic digital assets that you can use for social media, alongside usable assets for you to print off and actually use in store. We've got some guidance and help navigate your way through all of the government guidance and checklists and risk assessment. And we have some links through to some products that you may want to consider having in store, such as Perspex screens. What we will do now is hand you over to some of our members who will actually talk you through what their plans are on reopening.
So at Travel Bureau, we have made the decision not to open on the 15th of June, but we will monitor the situation, and if we think the climate is right and there's customer demand, we will consider opening. We have started to market, and our strapline has been very softy when the time is right to travel. And we have had inquiries, we have converted bookings, and the sentiment from everybody is, you know, we do want to go on holiday, so that's really positive from our perspective. We haven't made any arrangements yet to mail our clients with an opening date, but as I say, we'll keep monitoring it and make a decision closer to the time.
Hi everybody. Hope you are well. I'm Tony from Idle Travel in Bradford. We are planning to reopen on the 15th of June, and we've got lots of plans already in place to be ready for that date. We are going to have a limited opening times to what we normally would be. We're also doing 45 minutes appointments, so it'll be a locked door policy. We are based in a shopping mall, so we've ordered social distance signage mats for outside the mall, and also pull-up banners for clear instructions for customers as they come to the office. For the inside, we have normally 5 desks that are normally manned, but only 2 of these will be open. And also we've had bespoke protective screens made for each of these desks. We've also had a bespoke hand sanitising unit for people when they enter to clean their hands. We've also got masks, gloves, all types of cleaning liquids and fluids. We've got clear protocols throughout the day, from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, to cleaning the seating area when customers come in and have left. I think, we've got plenty of things and plans in place. We'll have to see how it pans out as we open, but something I would say a good independent agent is adapting and changing quickly, and it's something we'll definitely have to do. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Jennifer and I'm from ArrangeMy Escape. I just wanted to talk about what we're doing with opening the shop. So we are looking to open in the next 2 weeks, so from the 15th onwards. And the reason I wanted to open is just confidence with customers. You know, if they can see us open, there's more chance that they will walk through the door, and we would be able to build a new rapport with customers rather than keeping the door closed and doing an appointment only basis. So I've taken some new provisions. We will have Perspex screens on the desks to protect the staff and the customers. We'll also have hand sanitisers on arrival. We will also have the brochure stand will not be accessible. It'll just be us getting the brochures. We'll also have limited seating areas and limited areas of the shop. We're quite lucky anyway that the shop is quite large to be able to space out. And we'll also have signs up instructing people that they'll only be allowed 2 in at a time and for short periods of time. So our marketing has ramped up in the last couple of weeks with lots going on social media. It has changed over the last few weeks because we're not able to get into the shop and do what we normally would with things like filming and different aspects of that. However, I have kept the window up to date because even though, you know, we are on lockdown, there has been lots of people looking in the window at offers. So we've kept that up to date and we'll continue to do so. In terms of staffing, it will just be myself for the time being, and we'll review it on a 2-weekly basis moving forward, depending on how busy we get. And also, we will probably look at reduced opening hours. However, we are still able to do video calls with customers if they prefer not to come into the office for the time being, which is ideal.
Hi, I'm Christine Major. I'm the Commercial Director of Travel House. I hope you're all keeping well in these crazy times. So at Travel House, we are not planning to reopen imminently, but we are making plans for our reopening. We are adhering to Welsh Government guidelines, so we're generally a week or two behind what's happening in England. We're working towards a date of towards the end of June, beginning of July. We have a few things that we would like to happen in that time, namely the ban against all but essential travel to be lifted, and of course the quarantine on return to the UK. Ideally, we'd like that to be lifted at the first review at the end of June, if not at least eased with air bridges in place. Until those things happen, it's difficult. They're massive barriers to sail for all of us. It's very difficult to see how the business is viable with those restrictions still in play. So our considerations, firstly, obviously, we're considering the safety of our team and of our customers, and we're looking at what options we can put in place there. We will probably start with an appointment basis to limit the numbers into the shops. So at the beginning of July, we would be appointment only, and then take it from there. We are looking at the possibility of putting screens and things into the shops as well. I'm keen not to go too over the top, as I think it can be very off-putting to both customers and to staff to have such drastic measures in place. They'll wonder, is it even safe for you to open? So it's important to get the balance between keeping everyone safe and not frightening them, really. So the second thing that we're obviously considering is the business viability, is the demand there. Obviously, most of our staff are furloughed at the moment, and so to justify unfurloughing them, we need to make sure that there would be enough income to cover those extra costs. So we need to make sure that there's enough demand. We have a small team of home workers at the moment who are doing an amazing job with the cancellations and the amendments, the rebookings. Unfortunately, we've managed to do over £1 million worth of customer refunds to date. So those it just shows you what an immense job that they're doing, as well as a massive amount of rebookings, and they're now getting new inquiries and new bookings, which is encouraging. It's very encouraging, but is there enough demand to warrant reopening all of the shops and bringing that many staff back into the fold remains to be seen. So that's something I will be monitoring closely in the coming weeks to see what demand is there. That said, I'm due to go on holiday in July. My flight hasn't been cancelled yet, so I'm still hopeful that it will happen. Lots of people I speak to are absolutely desperate to get away the minute they can, and obviously this hot weather coming and now disappearing has given everyone a taste for what they want. So hopefully the demand is there, and as soon as it's safe to do so, we can reopen the shops and our guys can get back into booking holidays.